All right. Welcome to Big Sky Bits. Today we got to talk about one of the fundamental things that I believe will aid in the decentralization of the Bitcoin ecosystem. As you know, many of your homes run off a boiler system or some sort of heat-based, water-based system, if you know what I mean. Like I have a building, the garage I just built is all radiant floor heating. We have hot water lines that run through it. A lot of boiler systems, you'll go up, there's radiators or radiant floor heaters in the rooms where hot water runs through them. I'm sure I'm not explaining this with all the proper terminology. I am not a plumber. I do not know about many of these things except for hot water runs through the pipes. Now, or glycol, I guess, in the case of the radiant floor system out there. Now, let's say you have Bitcoin miners that need to be cooled. We currently can cool them in dielectric solutions and reduce not only the noise, but the cleaning that's needed because there's not dust in it. Like open air system, a lot of dust, a lot of debris can get in there. These closed water cooled or glycol dielectric fluid cooled systems. These systems can take that waste heat from these Bitcoin miners, and we can actually use them to heat our homes. And you're seeing that already. I've heard of swimming pools in California, homes in the Northeast, very few, mind you. Different situations where people are heating up an apartment or a building with Bitcoin miners. Now, I've personally known some people here in Montana who have heated up a small warehouse or garage with an ant miner. It's loud, it's noisy, it's dusty. Now, imagine, though, setting up these systems that are cooled and the heat is transferred throughout the house to cool down, essentially making your house an entire giant heat sink for a Bitcoin mining system. Now, this is just step one. This is just a way to reuse, let's say, if you have extra wind power, solar power, hydropower. If you have extra power to your land, you can use it mining Bitcoin and then heat your house. Now, in the future, this has more steps possible than people can comprehend. And most people stop with that. We can heat our house with it. That's wonderful. Now, on top of the Bitcoin network, as some of you know, Nostr, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, other systems are being built on top of layer 2s within the Bitcoin network that allow for peer-to-peer communication, network sharing of data, numerous other things between the nodes. Now, envision a scenario where we all have, or a majority of us have, heating systems built off the Bitcoin mining system. Our homes are heated with it. We are connected to one another. We can now transfer data to one another. We create server systems, and as we're sharing data, we become our own internet. A decentralized form of the internet, just as in Silicon Valley or many other shows and ideas, people want a decentralized internet. With us all hosting our own systems and talking to each other, we can share the data. The server systems will have to be built. There will be shovels and buckets that have to be made and sold to the people that want to do this. The industries are numerous, and it helps on so many levels. Let's say there's an attack from another country. There's no central grid points. We are all providing network capacity. We are all providing in our own way to help support the network. So as we build upon this system, it only gets stronger and helps us support one another. Sure, there will be many legal obstacles that I would like to get into debates with people in the future, and I hope that's where you can leave some conversation. I don't want to spill all the theories I have on how this would play out. I'd rather start a discussion and have this spill over into many days' topic. But this was one of the discussions I've recently have seen on the Bitcoin Reddit threads, and a guy in the Northeast was heating a building using Bitcoin miners. I've seen at many of the conventions that this is a technology that is being worked upon, people are interested in, and will be built out. Are we in the early days? 100%. 100%. But we can build a future where we can have censorship resistance. We can have resistance against foreign powers. We can have resistance against our own centralized powers. We can have resistance against solar flares. Major disruptive services. The Bitcoin network becomes even more robust, and more robust than any system we currently have today. Our internet can become more robust. These systems aid and build off one another. So, I hope this just sparks a little bit of imagination in your mind and gives you an idea of what are some of the possibilities with Bitcoin and where can we go. Thank you for your time, and we'll continue further conversations in the future, and I would love to talk about the role that Bitcoin plays in your life personally, or even the reasons you feel Bitcoin won't play a role in our life. I'd love to hear from all of you, and I appreciate your time. Thank you much.